petulant child? Do you feel gifted 'cause you're paying the price?
How do you know when you've done enough? You spend over a year writing an album, trying your hardest, pushing yourself to be better, pushing yourself to be on top of your game, spend your life savings, waking up at 4 a.m. to work 60 hours a week delivering milk. And if you don't have something to show for it at the end of the day, is it your fault for not doing enough? Or were you just not good enough? The entirety of the time we were writing this album, I was wrestling with all of the doubt of we're putting every ounce of ourselves into this record, and it could suck. Can I go whenever?
Yeah.
Okay.
If Spring Awakening, if people got cast in Spring Awakening and they liked it so much that they just kept doing Spring Awakening after the show was over, but instead of about fucking, it was about being sad. So I guess it's just more Spring Awakening.
Bullpup is the collaboration of 5 people that have wildly different ideas from both the mainstream and each other as to how they think music should operate.
Bullpup is the band.
Bullpup was established in 2016, and it was originally just me and Brian Bisson, who we all lovingly refer to as Gavin.
I'm the drummer for Bullpup.
Tim started playing bass.
Trevor is one of my oldest friends at this point, which is weird to say because I didn't really start getting to know him until after I graduated high school and went into college and co-founded my first band, Sound Bandits. I knew that Trevor's entire deal was wanting to get into music, and I thought, this is really something I should include Trevor in.
I was really into the keyboard in a band, and I still am, and I wanted to find someone who played keys. And Tim knew Jon Garniss, who plays keys for us and sings also.
I've known Tim for, I think, 5 years now. We went to college together. We worked at WUML together. We played in a bunch of failed, unfortunate bands together.
I met them in college when I was having a hard time meeting other like-minded individuals, and my life has just been irreparably and irrefutably changed. I said irreparably, and that made it sound like it needs to get repaired, but it doesn't. I meant to say irrefutably changed. My life would not be the same. I would not be the same person I am right now.
Jon was the punk director for the UMass Lowell radio station, and is actually who introduced all of us to the Vidisha Fair, which was this post-hardcore band that had a lot of carnival-sounding piano in it. And I mean, me and Jon were strangers for all intents and purposes. We were familiar, but didn't know anything about each other, which is ironic because our songwriting really fleshed each other out.
Trevor is definitely one of my best friends in the world. We have very, very similar ways of looking at music. We have very, very different ways of looking at music. We're very, very, very stubborn people, and somehow we continue to work together and play music together, and even though we butt heads I realized that the only reason we really butt heads is because he really cares about me and he wants me to have the best for me. So I'm eternally grateful that I know Trevor, hardest working person that I know.
We recorded our first studio album, No One Must Die, and it released in 2019. No One Must Die is a young album, and you can tell that that it's written through the lens of a much younger me and Jon.
When we recorded No One Must Die, I think we entered the studio with less than a year time playing together under our belt. We didn't particularly know what sound we were going for, what kind of songs we wanted to put on there. We were sort of flying by the seat of our pants.
Still listen back to some of those songs and think, I'm proud of myself with this. But I think it's going to be hard after this album comes out for me to feel like No One Must Die was anything other than a stepping stone to get to where we are now.
No one was born here, so no one must die!
Shortly after that, when we got back from our first tour, we still felt like something was missing, so we added Robby Beland to play lead guitar for us.
Good evening.
I don't have a cat. Robbie's stupid. Like, he's really good at guitar, and I really like him, and we're really good friends, but he's kind of a dum-dum.
It doesn't matter what about Robby you're talking about. The answer is, oh yeah, Robby is collaborative about it. Collaborative about writing, collaborative about like performing and like recording music, collaborative about helping people move.
And we recorded an EP to introduce everyone to Robby called Love in a Fugue State.
Love in a Fugue State's cool. Is fun. Like, the instruments were written to be fun.
We made that EP very, very purposely poppy.
It's very near and dear to my heart. I find some of those songs to be some of the catchiest and most fun we've ever written, but I think that it just operates in a different mindset than the stuff we've been writing since then.
I don't really remember making Love in a Fugue State very much. During Love in a Fugue State, I came down with some serious pneumonia, and in a way, I was in a fugue state, the recording of that record.
We did it kind of on a budget. It was more of a marketing move than anything, and I really love those songs. I mean, Earring is one of our biggest still to this day.
I've got the string in my head. Reminds me every day that I run.
Love in a Fugue State came out in 2020, right on the cusp of the COVID lockdown. Our release show, we couldn't have a release show for that EP, and it was doing really well comparatively to everything we had done prior, so we had to do a live stream show. Okay, so we just finished our EP release show. These are some Thai chilies from Papa Ron's garden. Take your pick. This is gonna suck a lot. Or it might not. It's kind of a pick of the litter, because sometimes you get a dud, sometimes they're really bad. I don't know why I picked this one.
How do you guys feel going into it? How do you feel?
I know what I'm getting into.
How do you feel?
2 thumbs up.
How do you feel?
I'm alive.
Tim, how do you feel?
Water's nice.
Okay,
Can we
good.
toast?
How do you feel, Robby?
I don't know.
To recording a record.
L'chaim.
One day closer to death.
Right after we did that release live stream, the next week was when we went to start tracking Be Evil, and we went down to New York and quarantined in the studio with Mike.
That was quick.
That's awesome.
Ooh. You eat the stems?
Give me another one. It feels like there's needles in my tongue.
Oh boy.
It's dumb.
Be Evil has been the slowest burn from beginning to end, like on all fronts, in terms of an album's lifespan and like writing it and getting the songs together and recording it and everything, at least 2.5 years of work at this point. We just knew we wanted to do something big, and so we took our time with it. We had a handful of songs, I think 5, 3 of which didn't make it to the record. Jon had emailed Mike Abiuso, who played guitar in the Venetia Fair, who also happened to be running a studio in Brooklyn. Jon, in a manic episode, shot the email with the link down to Mike, and Mike listened to the whole thing and pretty much told us, this is good, we can do better. We were in the studio finishing Love in a Fugue State, eating lunch in the break room when we got the email from Mike. And so we set up a meeting to make sure that everything would be cool, that he would be interested in the next project, that we felt like he'd be a good fit for us. And so me and Jon took a 4-hour drive to Brooklyn to meet Mike, who blocked off his whole day just to talk to us, not even a track or anything, and he didn't charge us for it. And he asked us to play the songs, and we weren't ready for that. I almost died. I wasn't ready to sing. My throat was super dry. I was shaking beyond belief. I don't get stage fright. I was petrified to play in front of him. And we played him, and he kind of gave us a look, and he was listening. He wasn't that in. And then we played Thoughts and Prayers, and we played AHC, After Hours Comedy. And he was like, oh, After Hours Comedy's good. He was like, this is really good. You got to do stuff like that. So we scrapped the other 3 songs because we didn't get a reaction out of him. And we were, we made a deal. We set a date. And we drove the 4 hours back, scared shitless, because we now were restarting a 10 to 12 track album. We didn't know what it was going to be yet, with only 2 songs as opposed to the many we had. So we gave ourselves 1 year. We were there the end of the summer of 2019, and we booked a week and a half in summer of 2020, which little did we know. It is Friday, April 3rd, 2020. Corona lockdown's about to go into serious effect. I'm working somewhere between 40 and 50 hours at the farm, delivering milk constantly. The world is in shambles. We're gonna try to knock out some drum demos for Gav to send to Mike before we go into quarantine. Trying to take precautions and stay the fuck away from the poor kid while we do this. Yeah.
I wish that we were able to write this record more collaboratively and in person, but unfortunately that just wasn't a possibility. I'd written the 3 songs that I had written the demo version for prior to COVID, but they were really bare bones because I didn't really have time to work on them very much. I guess one of the positives of being stuck in your room all day or stuck in your house all day is that really the only thing that you have to do is play piano and be creative.
Okay, so... what the fuck is that next line? I remember when that comes in.
Goes up to 7. We had to write separately over Zoom calls and send demos back and forth to each other.
I wrote a lot of bass parts alone in my bedroom while applying to jobs.
It became incredibly hard to write under those conditions, knowing that we had already put a down payment in for the studio that was half of our life savings that we were going to go down to spend the rest of my life savings. It is April 19th, 2020.
April 19th, 2020.
We've been in quarantine. Well, the rest of Bullpup has been in quarantine for like 3 weeks. I've been working absurd hours.
Oh, that's sick.
For the purposes of testing stereo setups, I've kind of done a bullshit, not studio setup, but kind of studio setup, where that's center, and then these are hard panned, so that when me and Robby are writing guitar layers today, we can kind of get a little bit of a stereo image, even if it kind of sucks and the frequency isolation isn't great.
I think it's the first and the third one. Because that sounds way better than...
So that's the Something Right chord, which has a special place in my heart because I love microwave, but also...
I'll do that.
Can you do both? Is there space to do both?
Hey guys. Smash that. Subscribe.
Doesn't get better than this. Is that supposed to be a comfort? Knowing that I'm stagnant. I've been staring at the mice in the glue trap for it feels like a year.
It is May 30th. We are having our first practice in 3 months. This is the first time that we are working on the album all in the same room together. We're going to be on opposite corners of the country, known as Robby's Yard, and wearing masks because social distancing.
Living on borrowed time, don't care to look back at how far I've come. When I'm done, wanna say I left a legacy behind.
I think we would have been less nervous if we had some more time in person practicing, because we had to all kind of write from far away, and then we did the outdoor practices at Robby's, but we didn't really get to be in the same room all that much.
Almost. I don't have any stogies with me. Want me to get a huge fucking stogie from over there? Want me to put a giant thing of wood in my mouth and light it on fire?
I don't know what a stogie is.
That was the worst. That was way worse.
Oh, damn.
That was dead ass. That got to the other side of the river.
I did see that one.
You did it! And you hurt yourself less than that branch looks like it's gonna fucking snap.
Yeah, so I got a little baby cut climbing that. We have a little bit of this very okay whiskey that me and Robby were sipping on last night. So I'm just gonna sanitize it like a responsible woodsman. It's probably gonna really hurt, so I wanted you to witness it. It doesn't hurt. Let me open it though.
Yeah.
It is 2:30 in the morning. I've been up since midnight. It's day one. Waking up John. Because we're gonna drive to Brooklyn. Psst. You ready to go?
I'll still just go put you on.
You wearing a Bullpup hoodie?
Yeah, it's cold.
Would you even hear a call to action if I shot you right in the air? Cause every word I say goes up and smoke and disappears. I'll be blind.
Trevor, what is that? Is that an animal?
I can't see what you're seeing, so I don't know what the bit is.
Boy, it's a really big animal, Trevor.
Why do we live in this wicked, wicked world? How do we coexist in this wicked, wicked world? Oh.
So we drive down there, unload all of our gear, get kind of acclimated with Mike, but hit the ground running. Immediately, him and Gav go into the drum room and start setting up some drums and getting sounds. This is where we are. Here's 10.
A shame. John, look at the smooth spot.
That's, what is that?
It's an 8-string bass. Yep,
That's Gav. Working on some drum tunes. John's up there. We're going to go up there and see what's up there.
I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 1, 3, Amazing 1, and Amazing 2.
And Homecoming, baby.
But not Spider-Man 2, because that was filmed where, John?
It was filmed in Chicago.
And why is that?
Because at the time there were no above-ground trains suitable enough to be the battle between Spidey and Doc Ock. Spider-Man 2 was filmed in Chicago. It was actually filmed mostly on a soundstage with a little bit of additional secondary directing happening in New York City because that's the aesthetic that they were going for. But they actually shot 5% of the movie, the train scene, in Chicago because the above-ground subway system with the aesthetic that they wanted was no longer available or operational in New York and had been, I think, shut down in the 30s, but it might have been the 40s. And so they filmed that movie, at least part of it, in Chicago. Deep dish pizza, Spider-Man.
And if you go, first of all, there's this awesome like outside area. And then if you come up here, see that all the way over there. See where we parked. It's like all art on the walls and stuff in the courtyard. Oh, other way. This is a very exciting time, everyone. We're working with one of our heroes. He's being very cool to us. He's setting up tones the way we like them. It's just... This is crazy. This is so crazy.
Let's get that drummer behind the kit. Have fun. Yes, unholy. Breakdown.
day one was pretty much all getting drum sounds. We tracked a few songs the first day on drums, but that's the kind of thing that takes a lot of time, especially when you do it right, and Mike did it right.
All the architecture, like that storage building over there.
Q Smart.
It's like really beautiful. A lot of care went into that design.
You're like 2/3 of the way done, aren't you, buddy?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
3-4 more.
Spent the entirety of the second day tracking drums, and the beginning of the third day was the last song for Gav to track drums on.
What?
Why?
I don't know.
What? It's gonna be the best crank time, dude.
It's gonna be the best crank time. Where's our
Dude, I don't know. I might not crank right.
where's our poster? Let's check progress at the beginning.
Oh man, I should have asked you this before I put it up there. Do those keys have weight to them? Hell yeah.
Gav's a fucking liar.
Not like a lot, but like they're not just gonna come right back up.
Because we finished the drums for these two. But yeah, that's what we're looking at.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Let's take
Good chicken kids.
You want to sit or stand?
I like sit.
These are the new interns.
Cool. Happy to be here.
We're cranking.
Can you play the piano?
Yeah. Fuck.
Play it.
Lake House might be the best song Jon's ever written.
Is that dark enough?
Lake House is the best song Jon has ever written. They played that song for me cold, and I was brought to tears. And I don't get like that.
I'm just gonna let this record.
Word.
And you guys do your thing. We're not gonna do like takes and playlists and shit because it's like not to a click and we're going for a vibe. So just start it when you feel good about a take that you did. Let me know and we'll mark it.
Word.
No rules. Just have fun and play at your leisure.
Whoa, tight. Is it rolling?
It's rolling, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's rolling. You need anything to catch a vibe?
Nah, dog. I'm good on the vibe check. Oh, that's better on the vibe check. Are you still in that phase of your life when that boy didn't like your song and you acted like you didn't care? You cared very much, hey. Lake House is a movie that I remember seeing lots of commercials for when I was a kid. It was about these people that could send letters through time, and I wanted to write some letters to myself. I was having a really bad day one day, and I was in the shower, and I was just like sort of thinking of different things that I would say to a past version of me, and I decided to hit high school age me, which is the first verse, middle of college, which is the second verse, and then future me, which is the third verse. We'll see how you feeling then. Hey, how you feeling? How you doing? How you been? What's going on behind your eyes when you show the people you grin? It's been a while since we last talked. I hope everything is okay, that you learned
John, do you want crashes on those last couple? Okay.
Can you hear when I do this through the mic?
It's hard for me to tell because I'm right below you, so I can definitely hear it in general.
Yeah. Because sometimes I do that to like...
I mean, I think that's kind of a cool little thing that could be in the recording anyway.
That's vibe.
Okay.
And in worst case scenario, we could pull out the low end and it'll kind of take it away, but I think it might be kind of neat to get that like organic sound that we're going for.
Cool.
That's my 2 cents, but it's only my 3rd day. You want to see my headphones?
Are they the ones that are plugged into this thing? Hey, they're right there. Hey, Gav, you're all done.
I'm done.
Keep playing it?
Freaking done.
Tim tracked bass all day, day 3, and finished day 4 morning.
I can't do it as well on this bass.
Jesus.
Not done yet, guys.
I'm just checking out what's going on. Breathe. He'll be all right. How you feeling, doggy dog? Is that the entirety of?
Kind of. I'm a little nervous.
Hi.
I don't know.
Play?
I'm not good at spotlights.
What does that even mean?
It's a pretty nice bass, though.
Hmm?
It's a pretty nice bass, though.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. Aspartame was, to me, one of the more fun and poppy songs on the album. It's incredible how the arrangement that we made brings levity to it, but it's not a happy song.
Aspartame is the stuff in Diet Coke that they use to sweeten it instead of sugar, so it's better for you, but it's actually really, really synthetic and has all these horrible effects on your health. And I called it Aspartame because it's a song about fake friendships.
I think for a lot of people that have struggled with codependency in their lives will hear a lot in this song and be like, oh, shit.
Separated, put you back together with my own pieces. You know it leaves me in ruins. No one's gonna save me, I should have learned. I'm supposed to do this on my own. I'm sorry.
Almost, yeah. How's it going? How you feeling?
I feel very good.
Are you excited?
Yes.
I can't even imagine. That's a lie, I can, because I just recorded yesterday, but
Yes.
earlier this morning. But
I'm vibing like you wouldn't believe.
what's on the docket?
I have to do AHC. I really want to do bleeds after AHC because I'm feeling the Marshall.
Mm-hmm. That little
Saving the...
butte over there.
I think I'm going to save all the heavy stuff till last because it's really easy but also very the same, and I'm just going to gut.
Yeah.
Gut.
I more or less said the same thing. But
Gut.
are you getting all your tone needs met?
Yeah, pretty much. There's this really fun game we're playing where
We growl overtone.
where Mike tells me that I'm fucking horrible and that I should never even try to do music. And then he goes, oh, actually, it's pretty good. He didn't like the Vox at first, and now he likes it. I think that's Stockholm Syndrome, though. I'm causing everyone else's problems, so we have Beyond Meat instead. This is interesting. I don't know what this is.
Brain.
For what?
Just for eating.
Just straight?
Yeah, dude, you eat cheese.
Yeah. You eat cheese. Jon Garniss.
Fucking eat cheese, dog. What can I say?
Yo, Gav, you eat cheese?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what you're doing right now?
This grill's really greasy.
I didn't know that
so
was
it's on
like a
fucking
thing.
fire.
New York
so
known
you
for
can see
apples?
Propane's
Yeah.
off.
Oh shit.
I think I'll eat
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Like Hudson Valley area.
Right,
I'm
okay.
sure further. But there's just enough farm.
After one of the longest days of my life of playing through, of doing like 9 tracks in one day, we wound up walking through Chinatown for an hour, getting some like sushi grade fish, fresh sushi grade fish. Going back to the apartment, Gav threw on the animated Grinch from like last year or some shit. And I was lulled by Benedict Cumberbatch's voice just straight to sleep while everyone talked behind me. And I woke up and ate some sushi. Something about that experience of having an absolutely grueling day in the studio, having all of that culminate into one day of just absolute like, well, time to crunch this until it's done. And then having that followed up with like a romp through New York to get sushi. I can't think of another moment in my life that was like it. How's that?
Yeah, that's the shit.
Cool.
That's that shit. That's that.
Day 5 was all guitar, a little bit of piano. So Mike's over there editing guitar, and he threw down the gauntlet, and he's all pissy because he bought us a bunch of salad that he didn't fucking tell us about all week, and it's Friday.
This is all true. This is all true.
And he's very mad that we didn't eat any of it, even though we didn't know it is here. So John said that they would eat the whole bag, and Mike said, okay, do it. And now John has challenged themselves to eat the whole bag. Can you show me the front? To see
And
how
John
much?
slapped your hand away.
Yeah, I asked if I could have some, and my hand was slapped away. This is for honor. Can we get a salad check? You're about 6 takes in, I think? 6 songs in?
I'm under the logo.
Nice.
So I've cleared here.
Do you think you're going to finish it by the end of the day?
Dude, I am gonna die trying.
Once we started to get kind of to the end of things, we had John record all of their vocals so that I could come back when it was safe enough to, for just a couple days here and there, on my own, just to record the vocals and record all of our guitar doubles.
I'm cranking before I sing actor. I'm cranking before I sing actor.
Hey Mike, how you doing?
Cranking before I sing actor.
This is a bag of
This is
defeat.
yours.
This is a bag of defeat.
Yeah,
Dude, fuck
You sure?
you.
that's yours, yeah.
Actor
Okay.
is a song that I wrote because I thought that I kept writing the same song over and over again. And so I tried very, very hard to write a different kind of song. This is how it works, you're you and then you're not. It only ends one show, so holds applause. This is how it ends, not in a bang, but with the whisper, not with the scream, but with the whisper. You just don't have it like you used to. Take center stage, James, but it's more.
That song rips. It's really fun. It doesn't make like a lot of the choices that we made don't necessarily, like, I don't think people would necessarily make given the bass structure that Jon gave to us.
I remember Mike was a little hesitant to have just like funk guitar embedded in the song, but I think that adds a lot to it texturally.
Give them the show you think they want you to.
Oh, about putting on a show for other people. So step through the curtain and make sure in view. Give them the show you think they want you to.
Do you see what you did? Yo, it's nanner time. Oh, everyone's cooked. Everyone's cooked. This is bad.
That's the whole fucking tune, I think.
Yo, Mike, that's the whole tune.
Oh, my fucking body.
You did it, kid. Pretty good for your 6th day.
Hanging in there.
Mike set up bass tones incredibly. Mike is just, that's what we need to talk about. They say never meet your heroes, and Mike proved that wrong. I have never met someone more friendly, more accommodating, or more talented than Mike. If you're in the studio with him for an hour, you learn 10 things.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Dude, vibe.
These are the ramblings of a sane man.
After all of this, building him up in my brain as this really, really scary, serious dude, he's a fucking goofball. Literally, we could not have recording sessions with just he and I in the same room together without another person supervising, because we'd just be fucking goofing about pickle juice for 30 minutes.
Why were we calling it drip again?
Dude, because you got all that ice. And it's got a drip.
Oh, I thought we had something, we were talking about liquid crack earlier. I don't know.
My man doesn't know about drip.
My man don't know about drip.
You can't say that because you're the man. You're the one.
Dude, Mike's a legend. Big Mike. Mike was my guidance when my soul wasn't there.
What's up?
Can you just describe... Can you do me a favor?
No.
Okay, dope. Can you just describe Bullpup for me?
Bullpup? No.
Yeah. Awesome. And what do you think about this record?
I'm describing that.
Okay, awesome. And how do you feel about this overall experience?
I fucking have no idea.
Awesome.
I'm fed up with how you have chosen to behave. But the televangelist says it's okay to be depraved. Oh, oh, oh.
You have my vocals going at Distressor?
Yeah, dude.
Wild.
Right?
That's kind of crazy.
It's going hard too, dude. British mode.
So funny.
1, 2, 3.
Thoughts and Prayers was my first step into a more political theme of writing, and I really wanted to focus on the kind of the interplay of climate change in the planet and climate change in the political world. It kind of deals with a lot of themes of like discussion and clearing the air, with also like a burning world and like literally clearing the air because there's plastic bottles that we're breathing.
Thoughts in Paris is my favorite piano part that I have ever written for anything ever. I just love playing that song. It's really grim, but it's so much goddamn fun.
It's a great song to perform at events where you need to remind people, hey, you should kind of give a shit. If that's not the core of the album, I don't know what is.
it, tell your fucking friends. No one likes me anyways. I won't need them when the world is going to end. I don't like you. I don't like you. I don't like you.
That was tight.
Cool.
And then we were going to come back with Robby to finish with all of his leads and all of his guitar work over the top of that.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I like this little guy.
You wanna? Wow, I'm sure that sounded great. You want to explain to the world what you did to make this happen?
Oh, I made some sacrifices.
So, Mike, you know how we've been crazy and leaving like really early in the morning?
Yeah, dude.
Robby beat us in terms of being crazy.
How so?
To get today off, I basically worked from like 7:30, 8 yesterday morning till 4 in the morning today.
And you just fucking dipped?
I picked him up from work. He came home for like an hour. He ate. He slept for like an hour. And then his girlfriend dropped him off at work. He worked basically a full shift, and then I showed up, grabbed him, and drove him to New York.
Did you just crash in the car the whole time?
No, he was awake the whole time. I was like, dude, sleep. And he was just like, yeah.
Fucking... You're gonna be crashing soon.
Yeah.
Cool. This is the milkman.
I'm watching you tweak, Mike.
Do we want any reverb on this bitch?
Sure. I'm a big sucker for reverb. What the fuck is putting on the guys?
You said change it from happy to something not so on the nose, and I wanted to keep the acronym for you so you could still like.
So I would remember it.
Remember it.
I think that last one was my favorite, and I'll pull a tap from a different album.
It was the first song I wrote for Bullpup. I mean, I didn't write the whole thing, obviously. I just brought in the skeleton. And when this album was first pitched to me, it was, this album's gonna be heavy. And I went, oh, I know how to do heavy.
I'm so fucking happy, see the smile on my face. I hope you're laughing because tears of a clown are all for show.
And then I heard the other songs and went, not heavy. Like heavy, not like heavy.
And I wanna let you know I'm doing great.
I'm excited for everyone to hear that one because it's so different. Doesn't really fit with everything else, but like there's enough Bullpup in it where it does.
God damn it.
Hey, Robby. What if...
Oh, it's because I'm playing the wrong chord. Yeah, that's why.
Hey, Robby.
It's not that I'm bad at playing, it's that I'm stupid.
What if you did a good job?
I don't know, dude.
Did I do Pinky Swear?
We had like a 12-hour day today, boys.
Yeah.
How we feeling?
Fucking do this.
Dude, I'm so fucking high.
As you can tell, we're all a little cooked.
Dude, did I do
weekend,
AHC?
one more day.
Was that the John one? The
What?
AHC?
I can't see you. Yeah, he looks the exact same. No progression since yesterday.
Hey, Robby.
Yeah.
That's okay, though.
Yeah.
You can sleep on the way home.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Or do you want it to be double that?
No, the same as normal speed.
Okay. I'll do it again.
But just kind of blended together. Yeah, dude, that rolls.
That's tight. Tighten ups.
That's the fucking mud bank.
After Hours Comedy was a dangerous song. I make a point to not write drunk. I'm not drunk often. But After Hours Comedy was a drunk song. And it was a scary song.
Can I see her? Is there a way to like almost like arpeggiate that in like a chord, like so it's all sustaining?
It was mostly a song about all the things that happened on tour and us being at each other's throats for a while. Because I was just scared shitless. And it was a song about me being scared. I was really scared of losing everyone. Yeah.
That one felt the strongest.
Our last day of tracking was the week of Halloween in 2020, and the album is coming out in October of 2021. So there's been a year of post-production and then marketing and releasing.
I'll do whatever you want all night. You're okay, as a girlfriend, and I was just more like real life. I was just more like real life. I was just more like real life.
We did a video for every single. And we kind of tried to make the videos match the energy of the songs. And we wanted to do very different things with all of them. We didn't want to just make 4 of the same video.
You start, once he's in position, you start sliding.
Okay, pouring. Put it right on the hole. Right on the hole.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2.
Commercial oppression, a moral regression, my gender unclear. Grin, fuck my lipstick and pocket the profit, ally to the queer.
Veronica was my pipe dream video of everything I've ever wanted to do in a music video. Every bad thing that happened to us came in this record, and every thing that happened in a venue came out in this song. We got so fed up with people hurting the people we cared about in our community and stuff and hurting us.
It's not a fun song to listen to. It's not a fun song to think about. But it's a very pointed one in an important way.
Veronica, very similar to Thoughts and Prayers, is an extremely grim, extremely angry song. But like, fuck, dude, it's so fun to play.
I don't know what I don't like about it. It's like almost there. Just fucking crush it.
Okay.
Okay.
To put my mind at base. Trade morals for fame and clap to your name. Look like hell on wheels.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking sweet. It's like you're just like a shitty ravenous dog let out of a cage into this verse.
Cool.
You can't see him, but he looks like it too.
It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. We built all the sets. We tried some things that we didn't really know if we could pull off, but we just sent it.
All right, I'm gonna give us a 5 count. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Our team behind it, Dan Bazarian.
Cut.
Blaspheme. Ali Ajemian, Danielle Danis, Carly Hamilton, Casey Woods were all incredible. They were so malleable on what was a really ambitious shoot.
All right, and 3, 2, 1.
Ultimately, how that video came out is exactly how I wanted it to. And it's way bigger than any of us.
And if I ever see your face around here again, I'm gonna line you down.
Actor, we wanted to take the cutesier, more fun approach because it's the cutesier, more fun song, even though it's dealing with serious things. So we did the fun little puppet show. Thoughts and Prayers, I really wanted to extra play with the dichotomy of the themes in that song. And I came up with stop motion. And we had next to no time to shoot it. And I brought it to Dan, and he did not say no, which was his mistake. But it all came together really, really well in the end, and that was cool. And then Bed Song, the footage you're watching right now, we were shooting for the better part of 3 years, and you watched all of it pan out, and it felt right to have the song that kind of has the synopsis of the album have the visual synopsis of the album as well in it.
What are people going to think about this record? I expect people to be concerned, for sure, because of how bleak this record is. I hope people listen to it and think that we've figured it out. Not like we figured who we are out, but we figured out what Bullpup is.
This is the proudest I've ever been of a music project I've worked on. I would not be surprised to find out if that's how the other members also feel. I think that it's just a phenomenal next step for us. It feels unique.
I hope people see what we're trying to do and it inspires them to do some good. And it helps them feel and be a little safer. This is an album that I want to tear down a horrific, tyrannical system and breed a loving and strong community. I was alone in the studio with Mike the day we tracked the vocals for Bisson, and I fell apart. That song's the most honest thing I've ever written, and it is all of my guts on the floor.
I am incredibly proud of Bisson. I think it might be my favorite song on the album.
Oh, Bisson is... It rips. It ripped from the beginning, and that's it.
Hot take alert, Bisson is, I think, the best song Bullpup has ever written.
Bisson.
It's the best one.
It's the best one?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, hey.
All right. Who are you?
I'm Gavin.
And what do you do?
I'm the drummer for Bullpup.
What is Bullpup?
Bullpup is the band.
Awesome. Tell me a little bit about Jon.
Jon who?
Tell me a little bit about
Tim Collins. I think he's that lemonade guy, lemonade iced tea guy.
Tell me a little bit about Robby.
Robby is the only member of Bullpup that didn't come to my father's funeral. And not to bring that up, but I'm just saying.
Oh my god, that was so unexpected. That was amazing. Okay. Tell me a little bit about Trevor.
Trevor Jesky, cool guy. Used to be in Bandicoot.
Tell me a little bit about Mike Abiuso.
He's the man, Big Sal.
Tell me about your experience in New York, how you liked it.
It was cool. There was a roof.
Any challenges or anything specific you'd like to say about writing and recording a record during COVID? Anything you read about it?
Nope.